Sorry about that, guys. I was cut off by the machine again. It does that sometimes. My phone all of a sudden doesn't seem to be able to have any more storage capacity, and I have to remove clear the cache and that type of thing, which I had already done. So I don't really understand why this happens, but it'll just have to, I'll just have to manage to, continue with my story if it's at all possible. I was saying just now that the connection to the earth, okay, the connection to the core of the earth, in the energy awareness that we may have or may develop as we move around and move through our lives, etc. That is actually the connection to the planets. Okay, that was what I was going for with this idea that maybe it's simply just that I haven't developed it enough yet. I wouldn't really be able to point out exactly what is happening here, except that it makes more sense to me for the Earth to have a sense of some sort of where the other planets are than for us to be linked to those planets just by ourselves, right? So maybe that's basically what I was trying to say, that the whole thing, the whole horoscope thing, the way, to me, astrology makes a lot of sense. I find it incredible. It has given me such support. There is nothing else that has given me so much, especially intellectual support, in trying to understand people, trying to understand myself, and trying to see how we're all different, right? And so I've had great benefits from looking at birth charts and trying to interpret the different things going on and the way things aspect each other and all that. And especially if you link in the black moon, the apogee of the Earth, of the lunar orbit, okay? And the Earth, as a living organism, would have some type of awareness, why not call it awareness, of all those planets, right? And of where the moon is and whether the moon is furthest away from us or closest by, or even the nodes, all that from the viewpoint of the center of the Earth, who looks after all of us one by one, okay? Don't ask me how she does it, but she does, because we're still here, okay? And so that, to me, it feels like I haven't meditated with this idea yet, and I'm not sure that I would be successful at figuring this out, because as with energy, it's a mental an intellectual idea that I had, okay? And with energy work, it tends to just always go completely somewhere else, wherever the energy is, wherever the need is for something to be resolved still, or something to be cleared, or what have you. So but anyway, I just thought I'd put this out there because it's just something I thought of, and I kind of find it reassuring somehow as well, that all the things that I found, what with Mercury being in this position, or Saturn being in that position, or the whole retrograde weirdo stuff and all that, and the weirdo black moon stuff and all the rest of it, it just kind of makes way more sense to factor into the process the Earth, which we don't tend to do. We tend to just stare up at the signs, and everybody who's slightly skeptical will go, but there isn't really a fish in the Pisces sign. It's just mythology and culture, and the stars in in each and every one of the zodiac signs, they're not really together on that and the same distance from us. They're, you know, like they're spread out all over mostly all over the galaxy or beyond. Okay, so there isn't really a constellation out there that has that shape at all. It's just from the perspective of the Earth, it might look like that. And we've always felt, and my husband confirmed that earlier this weekend, that's there's a great difference between people, the signs they were born in, because they're linked to the seasons, right? Somebody who's born in winter or in a particular part of winter will always have certain aspects. A Capricorn will always have certain aspects, and the extent to which those aspects dominate the chart of the person depends on a great many other factors, of course, and on their moon and on their Jupiter and their ascendant and all the rest of it. So if we just look at the whole thing, not from, I'm always interested in trying to get a rationalist approach, if I can, because I think reason serves us. Reason can serve us really well. And you can be completely happy just looking at, Neptune in Pisces and what all that does for us. And it does a million things for us. All of it does a lot for us. And I've always been completely content and happy just working with the way things look and the way things were. But yeah, at this moment, I kind of feel like it would be nice to factor in the Earth as well, because it would also feel like the Earth is always watching over us, and it would enable me certainly to feel connected to the Earth more, which is something that I really want. So whatever, via the Earth to the moon and beyond. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, sorry about the interruption, and maybe at some point I'll be able to figure out what goes wrong there, but it seems like the phone has a problem with memory storage at some point when I do a couple of recordings, one on top of each other. So I have deleted a number of videos from my memory, of course. So yeah, I hope this doesn't look too bad. The sun is right in front of my face now, you can see that. I'm eclipsing myself, if only. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching and for being here, and I will be getting back to you at some point later this week, because I have essential oils to discuss with you, which we've started on, and lots more fun stuff to do. So I'll be seeing you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.